Hi there! This is your detailed astrological forecast for April 2025, specifically for Cancer and Cancer rising. Not sure what your rising sign is? No problem. You can calculate it for free on astrology websites. All you need is your date, time, and place of birth. And if you'd like some help figuring it out, feel free to email me. I'll be happy to calculate your ascendant for you. Now, let's take a look at what April has in store for you. As April begins, you're still in the wake of a powerful solar eclipse in Aries, lighting up your 10th house of career, public image, and long-term life direction. For Cancer risings, this eclipse could feel like a cosmic call to step up, change course, or reclaim authority in a field where you felt invisible. Perhaps it's a new job, public recognition, or even a quiet internal shift in what success now means to you. Just a day later, Mercury, still retrograde, and joins Neptune in your 9th house. Something about your belief system, your education, or your long-term plans may feel foggy, as if you're seeing the world through a dreamlike lens. You may be revisiting questions around faith, philosophy, or foreign matters, almost as if the eclipse pushed you to consider where you want to go. But Mercury and Neptune are making you pause and ask, why? April 3rd to 7th deepens this introspective moment. Venus meets the North Node and Saturn in Pisces, all in your 9th house. These are not lighthearted transits. There's something karmic, weighty, and fated happening around how you relate to wisdom, truth, and freedom. You may be committing to a new spiritual path, preparing to study something serious, or feeling a sense of soul responsibility to teach, guide, or share something meaningful with others. As Mercury stations direct, clarity begins to return, slowly but surely. By April 12th, the Sun meets Chiron in your 10th house, touching on vulnerabilities around visibility, status, and achievement. Have you feared being seen? Felt like an imposter? Been wounded by authority figures? This conjunction could bring healing, but only if you're willing to be honest about what hurts. The full moon on April 13th falls in the 4th house of home, family, and roots. There's tension between private and public life here, between staying safe and stepping out. Venus finally goes direct in Pisces, again emphasizing the importance of 9th house themes. This lunation could mark a moment where something settles emotionally so that your external path can open up. Mid-month, you find yourself at the heart of something quietly significant. On April 14th, Saturn conjoins the North Node in Pisces, once again in your 9th house. This is a rare and powerful alignment that speaks of commitment to a path that may feel weighty, even predestined. You might be drawn to take on a teaching role, formalize a spiritual practice, or make a serious decision about immigration, publishing, or academia. There's a strong sense that you are aligning with a long-term purpose, even if it comes with limitations or pressure. As Mercury enters Aries on April 16th, your 10th house regains momentum. Ideas about your career, visibility, and legacy become more assertive and even confrontational. You're no longer content to think things through quietly. Now you want to speak up, to act, to pitch, to lead. The following day, Mercury meets Neptune in Aries, and this can blur the line between bold inspiration and false promises. Be mindful of overpromising at work or career path that still lacks concrete structure. April 18th brings Mars into Leo and your 2nd house of income, resources, and self-worth. Mars here increases both your drive and your impulsiveness when it comes to money. You may be working harder for financial gain, or suddenly feel more aggressive about asserting your value. This placement can bring bold financial moves, asking for a raise, launching a new offer, or taking risks with spending or investments. But it can also flare up feelings of inadequacy, especially if you're comparing your worth to your earning power. This transit will ask you to become fiercely protective of what you have and intentional with how you grow it. April 19th, the Sun enters Taurus and activates your 11th house of networks, community, and long-term dreams. You may begin to feel a shift from the heavy career focus of earlier weeks into a more collective space, wanting to build or find your tribe. You might reconnect with a group, a cause, or a vision that felt distant. This is a time to think not just about where you're going, but who you're going with. And right as that new solar cycle begins, Venus makes another conjunction to the North Node in Pisces on April 20th. This is a second fated moment around love, values, or connections related to ninth house themes, a long-distance romance, an artistic collaboration, a meaningful trip, or a moment of awe that reminds you how vast the world is. The choices you make now echo far into the future, especially if you follow the path that calls to your soul, even if it doesn't make perfect sense yet. As the third week of April unfolds, the stars begin weaving together something quieter, but no less meaningful. On April 25th, Venus conjoins Saturn in Pisces for the second time this month, once again in your ninth house. This is a sobering but stabilizing energy, a moment when the dreams, love, or inspiration sparked earlier in the month must be tested for longevity. It may feel like a test of faith, of patience, or even of commitment to something you thought would be easier. But there's beauty here, too. If you've been nurturing something artistic, romantic, or spiritual, this transit helps anchor it into reality. That might look like formalizing a relationship across distance, publishing a long-held idea, or committing to a belief system that's been quietly shaping your life. All the while, Jupiter is moving through Gemini and your 12th house, casting a background influence that's subtle but profound. This is a year-long journey of spiritual expansion, behind-the-scenes blessings, and emotional release. And in late April, it gently supports the sextile between Saturn and Uranus, linking your 9th and 11th houses, your sense of meaning, and your long-term dreams. If you've been wondering how to align your beliefs with your social life, or how to take your unique vision and find the right audience for it, this is where ideas begin to click. A sudden opportunity may arise through an old contact, a mentor, or a moment of synchronicity, something that helps you see the bigger picture and feel a part of something greater than yourself. Then, on April 27th, a new moon in Taurus lands in your 11th house. This lunation offers a fresh start around community, dreams, and your sense of belonging. Perhaps you've realized that your old social circles no longer reflect your current self, or maybe you're ready to build something new. Whether it's a collaborative project, as this softer collective energy settles in, your sense of isolation begins to lift. There's something calming about finding your place in a larger story, and this new moon reminds you that you don't have to do it all alone. As April draws to a close, your attention returns once more to your 10th house, the realm of career, reputation, and long-term goals. On April 30th, Venus enters Aries, joining Chiron and Neptune in your house of ambition and public standing. This can bring a blend of visibility and vulnerability. You might receive praise, attention, or even affection in professional spaces, but part of you wonders if you truly deserve it. Venus here wants to charm and inspire, but she also asks that you own your authority without apology. There's a chance for professional harmony, perhaps a new job, a shift in how others see you, or simply a renewed confidence in your leadership. But because Chiron is nearby, you may also confront the deeper question: are you chasing a version of success that still matches your values? Venus can help you rebrand, soften your image, or attract opportunities, especially if you've been hiding your talents out of fear of criticism. All of this builds on the eclipse energy from March 29th, which is still echoing through your 10th house. Seeds planted then, maybe a bold decision, a job change, or a break from a past path, are now beginning to show signs of growth. You're rewriting your story, not just about what you do, but about why you do it. Meanwhile, Mars continues his fiery sprint through Leo and your 2nd house. You're motivated to claim what you're worth, to make money more confidently, and to stop apologizing for wanting security. There's boldness in how you manage your resources now, and it pays off when you act from clarity rather than impulse. And in the background, that steady Saturn-Uranus sextile keeps supporting you, offering structure to your wild ideas, helping you turn inspiration into architecture. Your future is no longer just a vision. It's a plan. So by the end of April, Cancer rising, you're stepping into something much bigger, a new sense of belonging, a redefined mission, and a more mature version of success. You face the shadows of self-doubt, and now the world is ready to see what happens when you lead with both heart and purpose. If this forecast resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more monthly horoscopes.